Happy Wednesday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Tactical Solutions here with a super quick market update. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing that I want to share with you guys is who got rug pulled today. In today's live trading session today, markets were showing signs of signs of higher highs and higher lows, indicating signs of an uptrend pattern. Surprise, surprise. Markets opened up bullish. Not very surprising. Right at market open, we began to see a nice push, but then we were seeing a lot of red. Feel free, if you missed it, go and rewatch today's live trading session. I think that you will really enjoy it. We stayed patient, we stayed calculated. It was showing signs of weakness, and then it all began to fall apart. Nasdaq market began to sell off. My focus today was with AMD. AMD was up, I think, over 6% at one point today. And then I waited for the overbought reversal. I ended up shorting it. I made a little bit north of $5,000. Again, feel free to go watch today's live session. You can see every entry that I took within that session. It sold off. I found support, I covered early. It found support. It began to recover. I went long and then took profits early once again. Now it's recovered all the way back up to 185. I don't know what's going on with AMD, but let me make this very clear. Shorting AMD out of all the stocks that sold off today was not the move, right? And I noticed that right away. If you watch today's live session, you'll see. Hood got absolutely destroyed, and I love to see it. Overhyped up and overvalued, and it looks like it's finally beginning to fade for now. It's still incredibly bullish on the larger time frame, higher highs and higher lows. So overall direction on the larger time frames are bullish. Let me make that very clear. But at these overbought levels, I don't know if you guys feel the same predicament as me, and I talked about it in today's live, is that markets are so overbought and overvalued, I don't really want to go long because how much more can it go up versus the downside risk? I don't really see it to be worth it. But then on top of that, they're also so bullish that it doesn't make sense to enter a short as a swing trade because all they keep doing is going up. So it's kind of this battle every single day of, hey, do I want to go long? Do I want to go short? And if I do go long, I need to really watch my position size and be careful for these reversals. Because again, it would have been so easy to have been trapped on this fake out. That's truly what it was. It was a complete bull trap. A lot of people, again, maybe it doesn't feel like a bull trap because at the end of the day, markets are incredibly bullish, but I'm sure it just sucks that you buy into the highs and then it just ends up turning up against you. And it's not because anything new got announced. It's all the same news. Markets are going up as core inflation is also higher, but it's because they expect that the Federal Reserve is going to cut rates in September, which is, as of right now, a very high probability. But with that being said, now we're somewhat on the oversold side. It's beginning to show signs of a support and a possible reversal, oversold reversal is forming. So be careful for those that are choosing to short, right? I've said it before, especially if you're part of my LPP team. Shorting is fine when direction is in your favor, but there's no ground to be greedy right now. That's why I take profits right away. I close out those trades because at the end of the day, when markets are this bullish, short sellers have no ground to be greedy. It's just not the environment to be greedy in. Like people that are going long can be more greedy right now because the environment and market sentiment supports them. It's just, we have these bull runs and we have these bear runs. It's really important to acknowledge the overall sentiment, still focus on your trade and whatever ratios it is that you have set up. But at the end of the day, market sentiment is so important. With that being said, I also wanted to make sure that I highlight what's set to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow we have the PPI Report. I will not be live streaming it, but I want to make sure that you guys were aware of it. PPI Report is the Producer Price Index Report. It's inflation on the producing side of things. It most likely will impact the market, especially with this irrational market. If the PPI Report comes in lower than what is expected, get ready for markets to rock even higher. I think that they will acknowledge that, hey, look, inflation is actually coming down, right? But if it comes in higher, I think markets will choose to ignore it, or Trump will blame other people for it. Therefore, the markets will overlook it. That's just how irrational the markets are as of right now. We also have initial claims and continuing claims, which are the number of people that are filing for unemployment for the first time and that continue to file for unemployment. The other thing that I quickly want to share with you guys very quickly, I can make a whole video on it, but it's look at this graph. This is where we are right now. This is where the dot-com bubble was. Nasdaq Market Cap reaches record 145% of US M2 money supply in Q2 of 2025. So what exactly does this mean? tech stocks have never been bigger. The Nasdaq market has, well, what we just said, right? Realized a record 145%. The ratio's now officially surpassed the peak of the dot-com bubble. Since 2022, bear market's low, it has more than doubled. In other words, the value of tech stocks have surged twice as fast as the growth in the money supply. By comparison, the ratios fell as low as 25% during the 2008 financial crisis. The AI revolution is real. Now again, this isn't to discourage you to be invested. I'm invested in a lot of I'm invested in a few, in my opinion, overbought companies, but I purchased like Nvidia. I want to give you an example. I purchased Nvidia at sub $100 per share. Now Nvidia is trading at, last time I checked, was like 180. What is it at? I don't even look at it, right? Like I have no intention of buying Nvidia at these levels, right? I'm not crazy. I don't think that this thing's going to go up forever. It's incredibly overbought. But I also have no intention of selling my shares because I'm invested long term. I do believe in AI. Do I think that AI is a possible bubble right now? Of course, right? We've gone from $80 per share to $180 in a very short period of time. It's just important to understand and to respect oversold and overbought levels. There's a lot of people that are invested very passionately in these companies, and they're always encouraging you to buy at these levels, but they wouldn't do it themselves because, like myself, I bought in down here. So it's very easy imagine if I made videos, yeah, everyone buy at 180. Who is that benefiting? Well, technically me, because I want the price to go up higher. Think about this when it comes down to crypto and everyone encouraging you to buy. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be invested, but please understand oversold and overbought levels. It's not about timing the market, but it's also just respecting the range of where it is that we're trading at. And I think that's what this really highlights is that, yeah, we are overbought. Just like I shared yesterday, over 91% of hedge fund managers are acknowledging that markets are incredibly overvalued. But again, can they push up higher? Of course, no question about it. It doesn't mean that it's going to stay there. So there's a difference between a trade and an investment, right? The timeline that you actually intend to be in that open position. The other thing that I think is important is that President Trump says that he will be speaking to European leaders in a short while, and they are great people who want to see a deal done. What? I thought a deal was done. And then I began to look it up. Tariff revisions and announcements versus actual. The number of times that a deal was closed and agreed upon versus what it actually is as of right now. From the EU to the UK to Japan to Vietnam, again, it's all complete BS. Didn't we just say that we weren't going to extend tariffs to China any longer, but now we just did a 90-day extension again to China, proving the case that it's not about the art of the deal, as everyone likes to say right now. It's that, hey, he's struggling to make deals happen. Just acknowledge for what it is, right? That's exactly what it is that's going on. But yet, markets continue to ignore it. And they can continue to ignore it because remember, markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So it is important to not be afraid to go with the trend. But please, all I have to say is don't use leverage, don't use margin. Don't invest with money at these overbought levels that you don't actually have. Meaning, if you have $5,000 in your account, but your platform or trading platform allows you to invest with 10,000, 15,000, or 20,000, it's great when direction is in your favor, but it's terrible at these overbought levels. If markets dip 10 or 20%, you're going to get margin called. Don't just take it from my experience, but I'm sure other people in the comment section can also speak for themselves. So I appreciate you guys' time. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about this in our live trading sessions. If you ever want to tune on in to watch me trade live, just like I did today, second link in the description down below. And even if you sign up today, LPP 3.0 is now officially available. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. You'll even be able to watch our live session from this morning. So feel free to rewatch it at any time or any previous live sessions, as they're all available for you. Again, if you have any questions, comment down below. And if not, I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.